Alright, y'all. My ninjas, I'm back with the exploits of Trina. Now I'm finna tell you what really went down. This is like the first, not official, but the first session we had with multiple people, besides me and Zach, the elf. I mean, he has a name. Apparently I haven't thought to ask that yet. That's a roleplay failure on my part, and his part, and everyone's part. Like, we're having lots of roleplay failures up in here, just in case you didn't know. We're all kind of noobish, and we're just, having fun. So, if you hate, fuck you, and otherwise enjoy the shenanigans. So anyways, okay, let me just first describe these other people, man. We got this chick playing. She's playing like a human sorcerer, but it's not really a human. He's like this fucking genie, blood dude. I don't know. Fucking, that's fucking. She uses like a fucking rogue with some little bit of magical power, but like she's also this like half genie, and she has all these like air powers that will activate as she gains, strength levels, whatever. So that's one motherfucker. And then we have the barbarian I mentioned maybe in a different one of the other videos. This was his first session playing. The dude's like, he was a slave. He's actually in slavery when we started the campaign. Dude has like, just think of basically any Elder Scrolls game. Basically, he starts off at, like, with nothing as a fucking slave. That's what's up. Barbarian slave. Alright. So, starting off the campaign, I'm returning to the tavern where we agreed to meet, and I'm going to give that dude his books that I think I'm getting paid for, and really I'm just robbing myself of. I could sell those books to any wizard on the street for like 15 times what I'm getting, and they'd be happy to pay that price because it's still half price. And I'm going to go trade them away for 1 gold piece each. But, whatever. I don't fucking know. I'm a street gnome, man. I deal in herb. I would know the value of my herb. That's about it. And some leather goods, because I have a little bit of leather skill. Like, 1 point in it, maybe 2 points in a minute when I get another level. But anyways, so I go to meet him. And, I'm trying to wheel and deal him. I already said this, but eventually I get the trade off, and my Eidolon has been chilling with him, not saying anything, just standing there with a big ass sight, just watching him waiting, kind of guarding. That's how I got. Anyways, got my gold pieces, my 7 gold pieces, major payday. That was like, what? I'm terrible at math. What is that, like 200? That's something. 220 something gold. Worth, if they're 30 gold a piece, that's a bit of gold. Whatever. That's straight. No problem. 10, 100 plat. No, 10 plat. It's 10 plat. Oh, fuck, that don't matter. 30 plat. Don't make me do math, okay? That's what calculators are for. Don't do math. Trying to get paid, not trying to do calculations. So anyways, I got that, and I noticed, no, that's later. I burnt out. I go do more wheelings and dealings, so I go to move my product. Eventually I sell out, and then we had described earlier that, like, we're on this island, and it's like this small city. It's not like anybody's main city. We just all ended up there for like this festival. The festival's over, and we all had came to see like this oracle. Well, I had came to see the oracle. I asked her, like, where will I find my fortune? And she's like, gave me some bullshit answer. It's like completely unhelpful, unrelated to anything. Like, she's a true oracle in real world sense of the terms. Like, she has no magical powers, and she will put forth no effort to tell you your fortune. She will merely say words that are vaguely related to what you asked her, and then send you on your way and laugh at you because you believe that bullshit. So anyways, that's why we were there. My connecting ship that had dropped me off had already left. Like, I missed the boat. I'm stuck there, and I'm like, man, let me just go down to the docks around where I saw him, see if I can re-up, because I needed to make more money. I found somebody, like, of the same group. I recognized them. Oh, like, that's the same boat, but my dude's not there, but here's this dude. And I'm like, oh, you think I can get some more herb? And he's like, oh, that's straight. He probably robbed whoever's herb was, because he gave me, like, a real weird price and just, like, pulls out clumps. So I got, like, 4 pounds for some ridiculous price. I'm going to fill up my waterproof bag that I have, because, every street drug dealer needs a waterproof bag for their shit. Oh, also, by the way, I forgot to say, I gave my dude the fear of water, like bodies of water, because I'm a street numb. I figured, man, I didn't know no one ever taught me how to swim. I couldn't afford swimming lessons, much like all the other things I could not afford. So I don't know how to swim when you get me on a big ass boat or like a little boat or shit, especially a little boat on like a lake or something. I start freaking out. I'm like, oh, I'm get real quiet and just hunker down. And usually I'm into shenanigans, but when you get me on some water, I'm just like, hanging on. I don't get seasick. I'm just like fucking frightened. I'm scared. So anyways, I'm down there by the boat. I get my shit. I get my re-up, and this dude asked me, "Oh, do you want a slave?" And I'm like, "How much, man?" He's like, 4 gold. It's like all the gold pieces I had left. And then I'm like, I'm a slave. Maybe I can resell him or like make him work for me. Maybe I'll get him to just sell my shit, and then I won't even do anything. I'll just sit in the tavern and drink like a true businessman should. I'll just be in the back collecting the money while some other motherfucker does the work. So I buy this slave. It turns out it's that barbarian character. And, he's all grateful I saved him. And I immediately take him to the Temple of Kadesh and act like I'm hooking him up. And I'm like, I go get him this food. It's free. And I'm like, oh, here, I got you this food. He's like, oh, my God, you got me food. You're like the best master I've ever had. They just had me chained up. I'm like, dude, you want me to get these things off? He's like, nah, get your shackles off. And he's like, nah, man, they're good weapons. He's like, I'm going to keep my manacles on. And I'm like, okay, well, that's whatever, dude. Let's chill here at the temple. We'll go to sleep. And then tomorrow I'll get you hooked up more. So we go to sleep. The next day, I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to use my leatherwork skills. I would go to some guy and we're, like, checking all these leathers. It was pretty cool. We, like, went to the most expensive leatherwork shop. And it's, like, all opulent in there. Like, this fancy sitting room. I'm playing all cool, I'll run up to him. And I'm like, hello, sir. I would like to peruse your finest wares. But, like, he shows me, like, this zebra skin. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty appropriate for a barbarian. I'll make some kick-ass shit for my barbarian friend with this zebra. But then he tells me the price of it, and it's, like, 20 times the normal 1 square foot leather price. And I'm like, why don't you just give me the cheap shit real quick for my slave? So I got some leather and I made him like some pants because the motherfucker, like, he was just in this ratty tunic. That's when I got off on Elder Scrolls. That's what I was trying to say. He started off and he just had shackles and like this fucking sackcloth tunic. Nah, man, I'm 3 feet tall. I'm not going to be walking into your junk. You are getting pants. I don't care what it takes. If I have to spend all the rest of my funds, you're going to get some pants on your barbarian self. That's just not going to happen. I'm not going to walk into your hang down. Oh, crap. What just happened here? I wasn't paying attention, and now I got a face full of your nuggets. That's terrible. So anyways, I made him some pants. I made him like a cloak. My GM was pretty gracious on the amount of leather I had procured and like how much I actually needed to construct these garments. So he was like, you just make a whole thing. And I'm like, well, I probably can't make a shirt because like a leather shirt, that's pretty weird. So I made like some pants and a cloak and like a vest for him. I made some gloves and some shoes. And I was like, I know I can't probably make shoes. I try to give myself as much as possible just because I have a tendency to be real strong. Like I know how the rules and shit. I'm like, oh, well, I need this. And then I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'll just, lower it down a little bit just so I'm not like OP. I don't fucking power game. That's gay, dude. I just want maximum roleplay potential. So anyways, I made all these nice clothes. I made him some boots, even though I technically can't make shoes because I just have leatherwork skill. Like, I have no idea how to fucking make a sole, man. I can make the top part of a shoe look real nice. But, like, if you got to walk on it, it'll fucking suck. But he was like, oh, that's straight. You can make shoes. So I made him some leather shoes with some gloves to punch people's face in. I'm like, dude, you want a weapon? He's like, nah, just punch people. I'm like, well, that's more gold for me? That's straight. I gave him some herb to sell, and I just sent him on his way, and I'm like, go sell this, man. Just do whatever you want. And I told him, if you give me the 4 gold I spent on you, you can be free, and I don't even care. You just do whatever you want. It's not a big deal. So I'm, like, super nice to this dude already. He's, like, real ingratiated to me. Some shit that happened to him was he woke up at the temple before me, and one of the temple guards had basically tried to mac on him, like one of the priests of Kadesh. I guess my homie's playing him straight Catholic. He's trying to mac on my barbarian slave. He takes him in the back and he's like, I'll give you this hammer, and you can break those shackles. I'm just trying to get him to like free himself so he can get like some congratulatory booty sex, I guess. I don't fucking know. The dude was trying to mac on my slave. Eventually he realized that dude was trying to get his booty, and he was like, well, actually, I'm just going to go back to my friend real quick and chill over there. Like, it was nice meeting you, dude, and appreciate the hammer, and now I'm going to fucking not get, penetrated from behind. So we woke up and we got the fuck out of there. And Eventually, we got done moving our product, and we rolled back to the inn because we wanted to get something besides the crap they fucking have at Kadeshtam. You know, I actually spend like 1 copper. I'm cheap as fuck, in case you didn't know. Like, if something costs a normal price, I'm not gonna fucking pay it. I'm trying to get that half price, or I'll be like, I'm gonna get it for free. We probably bathed in at some point we bathed in a fountain, and he's like, Yanis was like, dude, there is like bathhouses where you can go, and it's like a copper is like free bathhouses, and I'm like, no, fuck that, dude. I'm gonna go in this fountain right here, and that's straight. That's what we did. Just get cleaned up, you know. The barbarian, I'm sure, was filthy because he had been in his ship, just transported here. I don't. The dude was probably nasty. I probably should have used my wooden prestidigitation just to clean his balls in case I walked into them. But anyway, I fucking did not do that. So we're back at the inn. We get some food, and we notice this. The only other armed person is the human part genie dude I told you about. So we start fucking with them, just kind of, you know. Well, we first went to just talk to them. They were kind of confrontational with us, so we started sort of fucking with them. And the barbarian, my friend, his name is like Zar or Zerk, something like that. It's like, I guess it's not Zerk because that would be worse than Zar. I think his name is Zar. So anyways, he's cool as fuck, and he's trying to, like, you know, make friends with this person. And we also notice, like, the elf is over there too. So eventually Zar gets the idea, like, oh man, let's rob something. And I'm like, well, fuck, I like getting paid. I guess I'll rob some shit. But the other human, the other dude's like, oh, well, let's rob. So they go off. The only other armed person and Zar like go off to case places. And at this point, I'm like still working on his gloves. I'm making his pants. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna walk through those nuggets. I'm making his pants. They go off to case the joints. I'm just sitting in the inn talking to the smelly ass druid. Turns out the elf is a druid. That's why he's smelly and lives in the woods, obviously. No thought out character. But anyways, he wanted the books because he's also like a wizard and he's like studying spells. So anyways, that's what he's doing. I'm making boots and he's studying spells and we're just bullshitting. Eventually Zar comes back with the other dude's name is Ricart. But I'm kind of a dick, so I just call him Rick. Like, if you gotta do something kick ass, then I will actually refer to you as your right name. Until then, fuck you. I'm gonna clown the shit out of you. And this other dude, the elf druid, his name is like Yours Brar or something. He's fucking elf, you can't say it. I just call him Yo Yo Yo. And I straight up told him to his face. I was kind of just bullshitting with Rick. I'm like, I'm just gonna call you Rick, whatever. I can actually say his name. But I told the elf, like, nah, man, I'm not gonna use your name. I'm gonna call you Yo Yo Yo. And if you get mad about it, well, then you can go back to the woods, because I can't say your name. It's fucking crazy, and also I don't want to take the time to read it and learn how to fucking say it. So Yo Yo Yo, take a bath. I'm like, I'll keep telling him, you gotta take a bath, you smell bad, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, by the end, he did take a bath, but we're not there yet. So Zar and Rick come back. I give him his clothes. I give him his pants. I'm like, finally, the integrity of my face and the sanctity of my no-ball zone is back protected. And so they're like, oh, we found this. Basically, they had found a dye factory. So in this world, especially this city, and this time, especially at the festival time, they make this purple dye here, which is like super valuable. It's like worth its weight in silver, and like all values in gold are actually in silver. So if you read the book, some shit is supposed to cost like 200 gold pieces. That's actually 200 silver pieces. So gold is like, you have gold, you're rich as hell. Or you have like gold. If you have a platinum piece, and people will like lick your boots, like, oh my god, like, what, you have a platinum? I've never even seen a platinum. What the hell is a platinum? I've never even heard of a fucking platinum. I've like seen 5 coppers in my whole life. It's ridiculous. Anyways, they find this dye factory, and they had tried to like case it out and everything. We made like this whole elaborate plan of like, we're gonna go and try to sneak in here. So we have this whole plan. We procure a ship for our escape. We send the druid who can't talk to people. Of course, he's the one who goes and does that. He actually succeeds though, so we won't fucking complain about it. So we have our boat, and we like show up. The dye factory's like actually right on the ocean, so the boat like pulls right up, and we go and we put our shit on the boat, and we're like, boat captain, you just hang on for like 5 minutes while I go rob this place. And it's like, what? And we're like, no, it's cool, man. Just hang on right here. And we walk up to this motherfucker place. And Rick is the like, like I said, I'm super charismatic. My charisma is my highest skill, or my highest attribute. I could basically get over on anybody if I actually wanted to. But whatever. I don't want to actually do that for the party. I don't want it to be the thing that I do. So I'm like, go ahead, man. Rick, you go talk to him. Get us in, sneak us in, whatever you got to do. And he goes up there and just turns around and comes back. And I'm like, well, what? I thought we were going in. So I walk up and I look at him. I like say one line, and then I just have Cam with that giant scythe. I just have him start cleaving. Just subscribe to what's that name? What's that dude's name? EVJ. I don't know. RPGD's like, don't be an impulsive player. And no, that was straight me, just straight impulsive. I'm just like, oh well, just cleave that boy down. That's straight. So we cleave this. We take out these two dudes, and the other dudes are coming, and Rick and Czar have like run off. They left me there by myself with this fucking druid to fight these dudes, and he's not doing anything. Like, he keeps saying, I have magic, and he just keeps shooting his bow. I'm like, oh bro, cast a fucking spell or something. I just got you all these books, and you do anything. Eventually he did cast Entangle, which was legit because people kept coming and they kept getting entangled, and it actually probably saved my life because I was in there with my gnome-picked hammer. I think I crit somebody. I used the pick side, and I had like ripped his. He was like running, and I got him in the butt and like ripped his testicles out. Basically destroyed this man with my 3-foot-tall gnome-picked hammer. It was pretty brutal. And Cam's like slicing people in half. We dominated this whole place, and they set these slaves free. Made a diversion, and we got away with like 2 crates of this purple dye. So we sailed away. Everybody's freaking out because we just slaughtered probably 10 people. And they didn't think we were going to be able to do this. Yanis was like, dude, this is a bad idea. He kept trying to tell us, don't do this. This is not cool. These people are going to kill you. But, I mean, when your GM just straight tells you, this is a bad idea, don't do this, you should probably listen. But fuck that. Trying to get paid, I just ran up and just went at it. And survived. Cam almost died, but he didn't. And if he had died, it wouldn't really matter. Like, I'll just have to take a long time to get him back to full strength. It wouldn't have killed me. They didn't ever attack me because he's gigantic. I had enlarged him. He was like 14 feet tall. His reach was like 30 feet at that point. Fucking ridiculous. Like, that guy's strong as hell. I probably did power game him a little bit, but fuck it. We're 4th level, dude. We're not exactly weak. Anyways, so we get to another town. The captain's like pissed. He's freaking out. He's like, you have to give us one of these crates, and like, if we get in trouble, we're definitely turning you in. That's not even a thing. We're going to narc on you super quick. Man, I got to hurry. I'm running long on this video, I think. I don't even know if they're going to let me post over 15 minutes. If I have to fucking 2-part this, I'm sorry, dudes. This will be part 2 at this point. And I will apologize for making, not being a partner, I guess, of fucking YouTube. Whatever. Check out my music channel. Also not a partner there. So anyways, we get to this other town, Sexy, my hometown. He drops us off there. And, there's like this big debate in the party. Do we sell immediately, or do we not sell because there's like too much heat on the dye and like don't want to get in trouble? So that's one debate. There's also the debate of, do we actually like claim our dye and pay taxes on it and everything? And we tried a bunch of ways to get around it, trying to figure out a way to just sneak it through. Because obviously I'm black market, man. I sell the weed, which actually is not illegal in this game world, but I don't pay taxes on it, so I actually do it illegally, which is straight because I'm not going to pay taxes. I'm not that type of character. If someone comes and tries to get taxes from me, I hope Cam is not there because they will not be there if he is. Like, that's a jack to them. I'm either going to run, or if Cam is there, I'm going to slice them down and probably take what taxes they have collected and leave. Because fuck taxes, that's dumb. I do not get services, I'm homeless, and y'all do not give me shit. I will not give you shit. Fuck that. I'm out. Anyways, we end up making it through customs, we pay taxes. It's a pretty high, steep price, but we end up selling the stuff. We get super rich. I think we all got like 100 platinum for this, which is 1,000 gold. and remember all prices are in silver. So something that's, 1,000 gold is 1,000 silver. That means we can get like 10,000 gold worth of shit. That's fucking ridiculous. But then Yanis wisely did say, "Oh, you can't have magic items are at their gold price." So like, the handy haversack I wanted is still 2 G's in gold, which I do not have. Which is understandable. Also, he told me I couldn't get my meta magic rods, which is a jack, because I really need that extend rod, boy. I need that rod of lesser extend pretty fucking bad right now. I'm put mage armor on my boy and it'll last all day. Dude be like unstoppable. He's already fucking unstoppable. So that's what we did. Everybody in the party got outfitted. The dude I had made clothes for, Czar, my slave, paid me my gold. He's free now. So in like, the span of a week, he went from a sackcloth clothed slave to a masterwork garbed and armored beast of a fucking fighter. Like, he's sick now. Everybody got some good gear except for me. I saving my money. I think I'm gonna invest in a farm and grow my crops. I'm also thinking of starting basically a criminal network. So that'll be pretty legit. Import, export. I'll move my shit. I'll get some ships. Czar's also in on that. Like, we've made a pretty baller relationship. I guess buying and freeing a man will endear him to you, I guess. So he's like, "Oh man, yeah, let's start this criminal empire." And he's kind of more of a criminal than me. I'm just trying to like sell and make money. But he's like, "Oh, let's knock off this store. We got paid on that." He's like, "Let's start this whole criminal." He's like, "Oh, we'll use Rick." Sorry if you're watching this, Erica. Player knowledge. Fucking pretend like you don't know this. But he's like, "Oh yeah, well he's they're making up all these schemes and shit to like use Rick for whatever ends." I don't even know. He hasn't even really specifically said for what he intends to use Rick, but he does want to do that. Well, that's straight. Whatever, dude. Like, if we can get paid, I'm down. So I've got lots of plans for this criminal empire. Definitely fill you in more on that as it comes about. So I appreciate y'all paying attention. Keep up with this kick-ass campaign. I might also start a video series on the Avatar D&D campaign I'm in right now. It's been there's like one cool thing to talk about really that's happened there, so I'm not really going to do it yet. But the DM is pretty stoked about it. He just got back and he was like, "Oh dude, wait until you play this next, it's going to be fucking legit next session." So maybe I'll start up with these video logs on that, and you can get down on that if y'all watch Avatar The Last Airbender. Super kick-ass show. So yeah, man, that's what's up. Keep up with Trina. We're trying to get paid over here. Peace.